Hey guys, it's Nicole here. I wanted to share a really cool new feature that Tailwind has just released in December of 25. It is a feature that I am incredibly excited about, and I know will actually help elevate my pin scheduling game. So in the past, the way that I would schedule my pins was I would create all my pins on Canva, have them looking nice and neat and everything. I would do my keyword research per usual, and then I would go to ChatGPT and have it help create a bunch of titles and descriptions for me. And I would just go back and forth from two windows, copying and pasting back and forth the titles and descriptions and all that. And then single-handedly choosing every specific board for the pen that I was going to publish. And while that is a time saver in the long run for having to do it all by hand, having to type everything up specifically, it still took me a long time. And anywhere from like 2 to 3 hours, I think, in total to do all of that for maybe about 100 pins. And it was just very time consuming, and sometimes it took longer than that. So the really cool thing about this new feature is that I can do all of that and put it into a Google spreadsheet. So basically just copy all of those prompts, all of those titles, descriptions that I have, just copy and paste that in bulk into a spreadsheet, and Tailwind will do the work for me and set all of those things up, the title, description, the image, the board. It will set all of those things up directly onto the pin itself, and it will be ready for you to schedule. This is a super cool feature that I cannot get excited enough about. So I'm really excited to show you exactly how to do that. Because it is a new feature, I think there's probably a couple little bugs maybe to work out, but it is it is possible to do it, and I show you exactly how to do it step by step. And I did get in contact with their support team to see if we can kind of figure out if maybe there's something I was doing wrong. I did figure out a couple things. I will show you what those little tricks are so that way you don't have to struggle like I did. I was struggling all day yesterday trying to figure this out. And I will show you exactly the issue that I ran into and how to avoid that for yourself, so that way you can have everything ready to go and you can get 100 pins scheduled in maybe 10 minutes. So super excited to show you. Let's jump in. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and jump right into what we need to do to basically bulk schedule everything in Tailwind here. So since this is a fairly new feature, I believe there are still probably some bugs to work out. I'll kind of explain the reasoning behind this, or why I think this is. But I did get in contact with the support team to hopefully let them know that the issues that I was running into, and they did inform me of a couple ways to improve this, and I was able to find a few ways to fix this myself as well. I will kind of explain the process, and as best as I can give you as much information to equip you so that way you can use this awesome new feature as well. I think this feature is going to be a total game changer for me and how I do my Pinterest scheduling. So I'm just going to jump right in. This is going to be kind of a tedious process, so definitely take notes along the way. Pause the video, rewatch any sections you need to if there's any confusion. If you do have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I will answer them as best as I can. And then link to any resources that I mentioned in the video, and go from there. So let's jump right in. The first thing you're going to do is sign in to Tailwind if you haven't already. Go to the pin scheduler here. And the new feature you're going to see is under the upload pins option here, and then import a CSV. This would be like a spreadsheet type of file. So what you're going to do here is you're basically going to download this template here, and it's going to basically set up a bunch of columns with these here, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. I'm only really using the first 5 of these as well. I'm not as worried about these other ones. The way that I'm doing it, I won't really be able to use alt text as well. So I'll kind of explain a little bit more in a bit on why I'm only using these and why you really only need these so far. and then I will go into detail on how to fill out the rest of it. So go ahead and click the download the optional template here. I will pull that up so you see what that looks like. So this is what that default template looks like here. You're going to have your title, your pin titles, your descriptions, the website URLs, your image URLs here. This is the tricky part here that I struggled with, or I guess one of them. And then the next tricky part that I struggled with was the board ID. I'll explain how you get that in just a second. And then the rest of this, I just don't worry about. If you're not going to use any of these other options here, you can just delete that. So that way you don't have that issue later. We'll leave that for now. I do recommend having the alt text if that is something that you have for your pins. This is more for like accessibility for like screen readers and people who have poor vision and such. This also gives you an opportunity to add in a few more keywords. So definitely a bonus to have if you have the time to do that. But I will go through how to set this up here. For now, I'm just going to delete this here. So a lot of times what I will do is I will go to ChatGPT and have ChatGPT kind of list out a bunch of titles and descriptions for me using different keywords that I've found and some templates that I like to use as well. I will explain a little bit about that, but if you're interested in exactly how I do this, I have a course bundle that includes my Pen Like a Pro course, which goes through all the details and all of the steps that I do to basically save myself hours every month, every week actually, with creating pins and scheduling them in bulk. So what you're going to do here is put in all of your pin titles. I will show you what one of my other spreadsheets looks like here. So I recommend actually setting all of this up in a Google Sheet. The way I have it downloaded or I have it set up is that I pull this up in a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. So what you can do is just open it in a Google Sheet and fill it out from there. So you will, from here, just paste everything in these columns. I grabbed all of these from ChatGPT, the descriptions, the titles, the website link. You can just paste those as well. A quick little trick just for reference, if you ever want to basically paste everything or repeat things in a cell here, all you have to do is just click the cell you want to repeat, find this little dot in the right corner, and just drag it like that. And that will repeat everything there. So this works for just about anything. The media URL, this is where it gets a little bit tricky here. So what you're going to do is you're going to put everything in a Google Drive. So I will show you what that looks like here. Okay, so I have my pin images here that I've already created ahead of time. I'm going to add these into a Google Drive here. And pause the video and show you what the rest of that looks like from here. Okay, once you have everything uploaded into a Google Drive folder, which I highly recommend you organize these nice and neat, that will make things so much easier for you down the road, and it just feels better about it. So what you're going to do is you're going to select all of your images here. So you can I think just drag and click or press Control A. And then from here, what you're going to do is change the sharing permissions. So you're going to go to the top left. I'm sorry, the top here where you have that little person and the plus sign. And then what you're going to do is go over to the option here, and you're going to choose anyone with the link. This allows ChatGPT to basically generate the correct URL that you need to be able to have the media URL that you can put into the spreadsheet. Again, this is a very tedious process, so following along makes this a lot easier. And again, any questions you have, put them in the comments and I will do my best to answer them. Hopefully I answered them well enough in the video, but just in case, I will answer as many as I can. And then once you have all of the images shared to anyone with a link, are going to copy all of the links there. That does all of them, which is super nice. And then we're going to go over to ChatGPT and I will walk you through that process here in just a second. Okay, now we get to kind of the tricky part here. So now that you're in ChatGPT, you're going to paste all of your Google Drive share links here. You're going to have to convert these to a shareable file. I will show you what prompts you need to be using to do this. Okay, so earlier, once I was kind of figuring this out, I had to go through a little bit of a process with ChatGPT. So I will highlight a little bit of what I had, and hopefully that makes things much easier. So let me copy this here. I will put this into the prompt and show you what that gets in just a second. Okay, so here is the prompt that I had here, kind of a lengthy prompt. This here is the prompt that you're going to use. I will, again, put this in a link for you to use yourself for your own purpose. And then hopefully once you have everything done, or once ChatGPT has filled everything out, this is about what your links should look like when they're done. So if I click on this, this should show me the exact image that I had. Actually, give me just a second. Okay, so that wasn't working in Google, but once I paste that link here, this is exactly the image I get, which is that first image that I uploaded. If I go back to the Google Drive, I believe that one was this image here. Oh, no, it was one of them. But it does work here. So I will go back to ChatGPT, and what you're going to do here is highlight all of these, copy and paste them into your Google Sheet. So I already had this set up here. I already have my titles and descriptions all set up. Again, I do have a course bundle that one of the courses included in that bundle is Pen Like a Pro. That is the course where I show you how to basically create all of these titles and descriptions in bulk very quickly, very effectively. They're highly effective descriptions, titles. They have good keywords in them. I will show you exactly how to do that, how to do the keyword research and all of that. So that makes you save even more time in addition to using this little trick with Tailwind. So once you have, so if you are interested in that, I will keep a link to that in the description as well. Hopefully you find that course as helpful as a lot of my other students. So moving on from that, the next part you're going to do here, I'm just going to kind of hide that so it doesn't take up so much space. The next part you're going to do is get the board ID. So for me, I don't really care which specific boards an individual pen goes to. I just want all of these pens to go to a set number of boards that I have listed. So I will randomize that, and I will show you how I do that here in just a second as well. What you're going to do is go back to Tailwind here, and again in the pen scheduler, you're going to go to the CSV file upload section here, and then you're going to download board IDs and titles. This here is based on your specific account. This is not going to take some random person's account. So you're going to download this here. I'll go ahead and download it again to show you. And then what you're going to do here, this is key here. So what you're going to do is you're going to open this up in a Google Sheet. And the way this works is that, because if I do this in an Excel sheet, it will mess things up. And I'll kind of explain what that does. So if I open this up in a regular Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, I'll get some, let's see, before I think it was this. So when I originally open up the Excel spreadsheet, I will get a number that looks like this. This is not what I need. And even when I update the format, it's still not what I need. What I need is something a bit different than this. So the best way to get exactly what you need is to do it through a Google Sheet. So from here, go ahead and grab the board and pin title. Let's see right here. Go ahead and put this, download that in, or upload that. And the boards that you get, the board ID numbers, these are going to be correct. And I'll explain what happens when they don't work. So I think all that's correct there. So then what you're going to do here is if there's any boards that you don't want to use, you can just like highlight them here, highlight multiple ones if you need, just whichever ones you don't want. Highlight these, and then you can just delete the row. And that way you can grab only the ones that you want. And then from here you can prompt ChatGPT to select the boards it thinks are the most relevant for your specific blog post that you are posting for. I think I have another prompt. I will show you what that looks like in just a second as well. Let me pull it up here. Okay, so these numbers here are not the correct ones, but I will kind of explain the prompt here. So you're going to ask ChatGPT to, so you're just going to basically highlight all of those in your spreadsheet. So highlight all of these, copy and paste them into ChatGPT and ask them, ask your AI to choose however many boards you want. Like, so just find the most relevant boards related to the blog post and list them here. And then I want you to randomly select those and randomize them for up to 50. So here I have 50 boards listed. So you have that there. You're going to copy and paste that into your spreadsheet as well. Let me pull it up here. So basically you're going to copy and paste that into here and then go from there. So let me do that for this specific blog post, and then I will show you how to finally upload that into Tailwind itself. Okay, so what I did was I actually copied and pasted my boards that I wanted to keep and the IDs with them. I pasted that into a notes app, and then I'm going to highlight all of this. And this was my prompt here. So based on this blog post, and I insert the link to my blog post, I want you to choose the most relevant boards to publish my pins to, randomizing the order and listing a total of 60 board IDs. Here are those boards. And then I will let that, I will let that process. Okay, so now that I have all of these here, I will go ahead and copy those, paste them into my spreadsheet, like that, voila. Go ahead and just delete those. And then what I'm going to do here is go to the file, download as a CSV or comma separated values. And I think, let's see, Tailwind CSV files. Yep. Save. And then from here, go back into Tailwind, and then you're going to drag and drop that file here make sure everything lines up. Title, description, link, media URL, board ID, perfect. And then create 51 pin drafts. This will take a moment, so I will pause my end here so you don't have to wait through that. And just like that, everything is uploaded here. I will kind of walk you through how cool this is, because this has saved me, the tricks that I've used in the past have saved me a ton of time, but this is like another complete game changer, which I am super, super, super excited about, because something that I had an issue with before that really kind of frustrated me was that I would go from one tab to another, just having two windows open, and then I would just copy and paste back and forth. I use ChatGPT to help with this, but I'll go back and forth, just copying and pasting one thing, the titles and descriptions back and forth, and then individually choosing the boards. This has basically removed all of that for me. So all I need to do is set up the spreadsheet and everything is golden. So this, it takes a second to set up the spreadsheet, but it takes maybe 10 minutes total to have everything ready. Which I think it took me, before this feature came out, it took me close to an hour and a half, using that little trick to get, I think, about 100 pins scheduled out. So this, I'm able to do this in like 15 minutes or less. So huge game changer. Definitely excited for this. But if you see here, all of the images are filled in. They all have a title, description, the correct website URL, and then a variation of those boards that I picked out as well. Now, I would definitely recommend taking a moment here before you actually schedule things out, make sure that everything looks correct. For this one here, I don't want this pen to get pinned to the lawn care business board that I have, so I'm going to put this into maybe the affiliate marketing, or we'll even just do, let's see, Pinterest for bloggers. There we go. So just taking a quick moment to make sure that everything looks correct before you schedule. I will do that here in just a second. And then once you have that, then you're going to schedule these out, and I will show you the process that I use here as well. Okay, so I did my quick little check, and now I'm going to schedule these out. But before I do that, I'm going to copy my URL for this here, just to make sure I haven't posted any of these on my pin scheduler yet. So copy paste that, search it. Does not look like I've had anything. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to deselect those. I'm going to schedule this one for the first open time slot for December 10th here. So go ahead and choose this, December 10th. Looks like 1:39 a.m. 1:39 a.m. This is just because it looks a little bit nicer set up. So go ahead and schedule that. And then once I do that, okay, you can see here, if I hover over this, you'll see I just scheduled that. Perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. So what I'm going to do here is select all of these, go to the schedule. Actually, so before I do that, actually, I'm going to double check this pen spacing here. I like to make sure my pens are spaced at least 8 days apart before they post another pen with the same URL. That way I'm not scheduling the same blog post to schedule like in the same week very often. So this spreads out my content over time. I'm going to select everything, go to the schedule option here. Now this should spread everything out over an 8-day period. So I'm going to pause the video, let that do its thing, and then I will go from there. Okay, so we saw that I scheduled the one on December 10th for the, oh, hold on, nope, this one here. how I increase my Pinterest traffic. So if I schedule that on December 10th with an 8-day gap, I should see something on December 19th. No, December 18th. So yep, right here I'll see Pinterest traffic. Perfect. So I will count another 8 days just to kind of confirm that this is all correct. So let's see, December 18th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, December 26th. That means, yep, right there, I should see that. So another way you can check this is to go to the select URL option at the top right, paste your URL for that, click on that, and then this will actually highlight all of those links that you have here. So December 10th, December 18th, December 26th, January 3rd, and if I keep scrolling down, this will continue on for a long time. So I had, was it 50 pins? So if I calculate that, so 50 pins times 8 days, that's 400 days divided by 365, which is a year. That means I have posted these for a little over a year, or since there's 7 days in a week. If I do it a little over that, that would mean I posted a little over a year. So more than 52 weeks of a year, if that makes sense. Sorry if my math is a little confusing, but as you can see over here, all of these are scheduled out how I want them. What you can also do is you can shuffle those same pins if you don't like the order that they're in. I believe you can just do the shuffle your pins there, and that works as well. That should also respect the pin spacing that you have as well. So this is my default pin spacing. You can adjust this however you want as well, depending on what your pin strategy is. So super great feature. All this is just super, super handy. But hopefully that makes so much more sense to you. I do apologize if I was a little bit wordy. This is definitely a super, super nice feature that I have been wanting for so long, and I am super excited that it's finally come out. I'm super excited to see what people do with it and how well it works for them. For right now, I feel like there's maybe a couple bugs, little kinks to work out. But I think I found a way around that. Again, kind of using those workaround options, mainly using ChatGPT to help with that, like converting the image files and all that. So again, if you need a little bit of help with figuring out how to basically bulk create your pin titles, your descriptions, all of those things, if you need help with that, again, I will link my course bundle below, so that way you can grab that and basically upgrade your pinning strategy from there. So again, hopefully this all makes sense. Let me know if you do have any questions in the comments below. I will do my best to answer them as quickly as I can. And then hopefully that will upgrade your pin scheduling game. So good luck and good pinning. Hey there, before you go, I've got one more really awesome thing to share with you. So in the video, I talked a lot about my bundle of courses here, the Ultimate Bloggers Bundle. This is a group of courses that I specifically set up for bloggers or online entrepreneurs. If you are struggling to get traffic, if you're struggling with your email marketing, if you're not getting the affiliate sales that you want to see with your affiliate marketing strategy, all of these courses are included. I have my blogging for beginners course here as well. This is a really awesome course here. This is a pretty big course, high value. If you are just starting off as a blogger and struggling with working with WordPress, writing good blog posts that actually rank on Google, all of that, what plugins to use, everything, basically everything you need to have a successful WordPress blog, I show you exactly how to do that in this course. So definitely a strong bundle of courses here that I definitely recommend you grab. This is this course here, Effortless Content Creation. This teaches you how to batch your content like a total pro and create a lot of content in a lot less time. And then finally, the course that I really want to show off here, the Pin Like a Pro course. This course, I show you exactly how I create hundreds of pens in an hour or less. And I show you how to do that with ChatGPT, Canva, all of that, all those free tools that you can use so you don't have to pay anything for any special tools or anything. Definitely recommend. I show you exactly the strategies that I use to create the pins, the titles, the descriptions, all of that, and how to get them to rank well on Pinterest. So definitely this course is probably the one you're interested in here because you're here on this video. But I show you exactly how to do all that. And if you need a little bit of help with any of these things, that I'll definitely recommend grabbing this course bundle or bundle of courses, and just really high value. And this bundle of courses is basically for anyone who makes money online, any of these people. If you relate to any of these, this course bundle is for you. I go into detail on what's included in each of these courses, so you're getting a ton of value and even just purchasing one of them. So this bundle, definitely recommend grabbing. Right now it's $30. This price may change. I can't always guarantee it's going to be $30. But one other thing I highly recommend you grab is this toolkit here. This includes all of my top recommended resources, tools, courses, all of those things. It took me thousands of dollars, hours and hours of trial and error trying to figure out what worked and what didn't. You can skip all of that struggle, wasting all of that money like I did, and you can just grab this now to find the best resources and tools to use for your own blog as well. So definitely recommend that. If you have any questions about anything in this video, anything about this Ultimate Bloggers Bundle, let me know in the comments and I will answer them as soon as I can.